Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Mark, and in this video I'm going to educate you about some of the nefarious things, some of the untruths, if I can put it politely, that get told to our clients when we file a case. And specifically, we're working on a case where after we served the facility, they decided to transfer the person. And it was across county lines, so it was a second county. So we filed another case, we filed the second case, and we also served the second facility too. And that's, some sort of the shuffling game some of these facilities like to play. And what happened is that after the second facility was served and the case was filed with the court, much like the first, they said, maybe we don't want to do this. So they tried to play nice. And one of the things I've seen is they try to make out like they're your friend. They're there to help you. I promise you, they are not there to help you. If your loved one is being held illegally, they're not there to help you. They're there to make money, right? And so a lot of the time, once the facility knows that we're there, because they don't like dealing with us, and I'm proud of that fact they don't like dealing with us, because they know we're going to fight like hell to get your loved one out when they're being held illegally in violation of their rights. One of the things that happen is they make out like, well, we didn't do anything wrong. In fact, you didn't even need to hire a lawyer. You didn't need to hire a lawyer. You wasted your time and money. We would have let them go anyway. Okay, I'm calling BS on that. They would not have let your loved one go, okay? Because if they were going to let your loved one go, first of all, they would never have been transferred. And second of all, once they did their assessment, which would have taken place very quickly, they would have known that the person should not have been there, would have let them go. This thing wouldn't have dragged on for 2, 3, 4 days, whatever it happened to be, right? So they're not your friend, okay? And then sometimes what happens is the facility will say, well, we didn't know about, we've never been served. I don't know what your lawyer's doing, but we've never been served. Why are you telling us about this? Okay, we serve every facility. I use my private investigator, who's a retired federal agent, to do the service. So I know it gets done right, and I get written confirmation. And so when the facility says we didn't get served, again, I'm calling BS. So no, the facilities who are agents of the state's mental health system, even though they're private, even though they're for profit, they are the state of Florida. Okay, they are the state of Florida, and that's what gives them the authority to lock your loved one up, restrict their freedom, forcibly medicate them, and they will lie, cheat, and steal. Not all of them. Some facilities are great, they do a great job, but there is a cluster of facilities that my office sees over and over and over and over again. Okay, there was a New York Times article written about one particular group of facilities last year. Go read about it. New York Times and the Baker Act. Okay, this particular bunch of facilities are owned by a parent company. They're doing this stuff not just in Florida, but in other states. This is how they make money. But these people are not your friends, okay? And they're not there to help you. And I don't care what they tell you. They're not being honest with you. And that's why your loved one's still there. And that's why you need a lawyer who knows how to handle these cases. And by the way, I had a family member Baker acted, and I was there when it happened. So I know what this feels like. It's very uncomfortable, but I also know how to deal with these individuals who work at the facilities and the facilities. They are not your friends, and you shouldn't trust them. Anyway, with that said, if you have any comments or questions or concerns, post them. I read all of them. I'll respond typically within a day. If you like the video, I would love a thumbs up. That helps. And please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in our next video. Bye-bye.